Hey Nancy, long time no see. I've had a crazy busy week. I had a lot of projects at work that were backed up and I just needed to bust them out. And so by the time I was getting home, I was super tired. And today has been the first day that I haven't had just a lot to do once I got home. In fact, I am home early from work because I've had so much to do in the other days. I've been working a lot and I'm home alone without the baby or the husband. They're supposed to be arriving probably in the next 45 minutes. So I'm perfect time to get my video up. Things to talk about since last time. I love that you're doing water aerobics and I love that you've been on a good streak of going, and I can't wait to see an update on that. For me, it's been 10 days. 10 or 11 days since we watched the documentary called Fathead, and in that time frame I have lost 5 pounds, which is really exciting because in the beginning I wasn't really seeing a lot of movement. And I remember the last time I did this, which was several years ago, I think I lost 7 or 8 pounds in the first week. So when I only had lost 3 pounds in the first week, I was maybe it's because I'm older, I'm not sure. But then this week I've started seeing a lot more progress. So it's exciting to see progress. I know that it probably won't, continue to be a lot in the future, but it's slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Still doing low carb, not keto, not even really lazy keto, which I've heard is a term. I would consider it to be low carb. I'm not trying to stay away from carbs altogether. But if it is a carb, I'm trying it to be a good carb, like sweet potatoes or cauliflower or some sort of vegetable that's got a carb, not a starch or anything like that. Carrot, is carrot a starch? I don't know. I did some mashed sweet potatoes that had carrots in it the other day, and so I know the carb content was a little higher because of that. The first week, I actually lost my appetite. Day 3 of doing low carb, I wasn't very hungry. I would bring my lunch to work and I'd eat half of it, and then the same thing with my dinner or my breakfast. I just wasn't totally into it. And it wasn't because I didn't like what I was eating. It was because I just felt full and wasn't really hungry. So I did a little bit of research and found that that can be quite common because your body isn't being fueled off of the carbs. It feels like it's in starvation mode, so it might die down your appetite a little bit. But since then, my appetite has returned, but I feel like I don't crave as much stuff. I don't get that 2 o'clock craving for things, which is great. I do get the once you get home from work craving, where it's okay, I really want something to eat now, and I just want to grab what's quick and easy. But I've been able to overcome it and at least wait until I can cook dinner, and I don't want to ruin dinner, I guess, has been my motivation for it. I have not incorporated any workouts just yet. So I've mentioned this to you before, but for me, I feel I need to focus on one thing. I can't jump into the water cannonball in because I'll get overwhelmed, and I feel I just need to kind of gradually jump into it. So I feel if I'm gonna get my eating on track, then let's get my eating on track and then save the exercise for later. Sorry, I'm sitting in front of a window and it keeps wanting to make my face really bright. So I've just been focusing on my eating for right now. I'm going to start exercising, and I'm going to start slow. I'm going to start with walking. I have a friend, you know her. I've kind of already mentioned this to you. And I think we're going to start doing a walking challenge together because she really needs some motivation to get up and going. So we're going to do a 30-day walking challenge, but we're going to wait until September. It works better for her, and it's kind of hot here, so that will work better for me to get back into the groove of things. And I think around that time, it would have been, close to 45 days on this eating, and I feel if I don't have it pinned down in 45 days, I'm probably not going to have it pinned down. So that's my opportunity to kind of feel good about my eating. I don't have notes for this video, which is probably going to be my downfall and why I don't have a ton to talk about. maybe I should talk about this. We have been going to the farmers market more recently. We have an amazing farmers market near us that we used to go to, even though we didn't live in this town. And now that we are there, I had proposed to David, how about every single Saturday we go to the farmers market? It gets us out of the house. It gives us something fun to do with Bailey. And we find what we're going to eat for that night for dinner at the farmers market. Because our farmers market has some beef producers, some chicken producers, some pork producers. Like they have meat type based people there, and then of course lots of vegetables. So I think that's going to be something that we do. We did it 2 weeks ago. Last week we couldn't do it because I was at a different farmer's market for work, and I didn't want to bring home anything because it was a 3-hour drive. But that's something that we're going to do. So maybe I'll bring you along sometime to the farmer's market, or at least take pictures and show you what our farmer's market is like. But that's all I want to talk about. Getting kind of long. Love you dearly. You know that. So